Hey, it's Saturday, June 18th, 2022. This is the second week of Project Chicken. About to go to Lowe's and pick up some wood to start building on the coop. I just figured I'd do a bit of a video of what I've got done so far since last week. We have the roof rail support that was made from some scrap fence posts and some old top rail. Got the fence tied in on this side, just not perfectly, but it's there just enough so I can stretch it. This is going to be our run area over here, and this will drape all the way over that pole. And then we're going to go around, back up. So the fence will then curl on the other side of that post and come back this towards the camera. And I was just making some holes to get an idea where the 4x4s are going to be planted. It looks like we're going to be looking at about 7 foot by 6 foot of coop space, which, according to what chicken math I've been doing lately, that should be enough for about 10 chickens. Not going to start off with that many, but it gives us room to expand. But for now, that's where I'm at, and I'm going to head off to Lowe's and go get me some wood, and the project will continue. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. I made it back from Lowe's with a load of wood. I got myself 15 2x4s and 5 4x4s. Shouldn't need nearly all that wood, but it's a good excuse to get some extra lumber on hand here for other projects. So I got the truck backed up to about the work site, and we'll get going. I got the first 2 posts ready to be planted here. Just going to show you how I do this, because I generally do all these projects by myself without any helpers. So I'll show you how to do this with just one person. Dug out right up to the cement here, so it'll have someplace to go. Those 2 crossboards are just temporary to keep it in place, and this one board coming way off the back here, if it works out right, should pivot and keep it from falling over once I lift it up. I'm actually going to grab the tripod and set that up, because that'll give me time to take a break, and we'll see how this works. Now let's see if this works. Yeah. My 2x4 was bumping the fence post a little bit, so didn't expect that. That confused me for a second. But as you can see, it's standing, and now we just do the rest of it. Alright, hope that trick helps you out, and back to working on it. Alright, added a second brace to keep it a little bit more up and down, and now I'm going to add post number 3. Alright, post number 3 up, again using temporary boards just to brace everything, make myself a square, and then I'll start leveling and tweaking as I need to. Alright, so now basically I have a very unlevel box. Everything's cockeyed, crooked, but it's freestanding. So what I can do now is, as I unscrew each of these braces, level it up, screw the brace back in until the box is level. Once that's done, then we put in the permanent boards, get this thing squared up, and be good to go from there. So, back at it. It's still looking janky as hell, but I got it to the point where there's 2 screws in each of the cross beams, so it's not trying to fall over and crush me every time I breathe on it. So, should get easier from here. Start squaring and leveling next. Just a little tip in case you're new to doing one-person construction here. If you got to put a board up that's over head height, do your measurements, put 1 screw into the board that you're screwing into, to hold it up, get your starter screw in there, do the same thing on the other side, and once you screw on this one, you got your second screw right there and ready. And like I said, most people probably already know this trick, but if you're brand new and you're trying to figure out stuff for yourself, it might help you out. Alright, back to it. Alright, it's about an hour later. I've got upper and lower supports across. It is mostly level enough for chickens. Ain't going to be building inspectors living in there. Still some of the support beams I got to pull off, but that's our basic framing, and now it's time to start going across with floorboards and so on and so forth. So we're getting there. It ended up being a bit bigger than what I had originally planned. I'm currently 7'6" by 71 inches, I think. So, but room for more chickens. Everything's good. Alright, taking a break, and then we'll start cross beaming this thing. Alright, getting ready to put my first cross beams on here. I just want to show you that once again, cheating here. In order to hold that beam up, got a little piece of scrap wood, screw it in underneath where it's got to go. Same thing on the other side. And then you don't need two people holding the beam while you're putting it in there. So just another little tip for you. Alright, got the flooring done. That's roughly 2 feet on center, about 73 inches across, and 7.5 foot long. So it's a pretty good space. So it's getting done. And I'll get back to work. Alright, it's coming along. Haven't been taking a lot of videos because I've been getting the trusses in and working on it here. But that's basically the way the roof line's going to be. I'm going to have to cut down part of the berry tree here because it's just going to hit, and it's probably too close anyways, but decided that's the way I'm going to run the roof. And I've also decided that the door is not going to be on that side because it's just going to be too damn narrow, so I'll have to BS some type of a door over here on this side here. But it's coming along. I'll post more in a bit. Alright, I've got the two end roof beams up and they are even with each other. So the next thing to do is to get the chainsaw and lop off those bits of 4x4 up the top to get them even with the beam. Pretty easy, just basically slide the chainsaw across that 2x4 and nuke them pretty quick there. I moved the front brace support here that was even with the rest of them up to support that beam. Normally I would have just put another board there, but I was going to have like a 1-inch gap between the two boards, so I was like, screw it, I'll just slide this one up and be done with it. So should still have about the same amount of front support, it just looks a little bit weird. But once this is all covered over with T111, you won't notice that. So I'm going to set up the tripod so you can watch me lop off them 4x4s. Fun times. Yeah, that was a little bit sketchy, but got her done. Just had a little bit of hassle with that ladder there. But that's our roof line. I'm down to one last 2x4, which isn't going to be enough to frame in the roof. And I'm going to go scavenge a bit, see what I've got for leftover metal roofing, and see how much I got to buy. But I think I'm going to call this a day for doing videos. I'll just stitch all this stuff together. And pretty soon there will be chickens. That's all I got for you for today. Please hit a subscribe button or a like button or any button. And y'all have yourselves a great day, and thanks for watching.